shock.
Right. It was, we were on the way to like a small group at church, and then you get that call that every mother dreads, and it's like, they ask if I was Tannen's mom on the phone and that he'd been in a car accident, and it's one of those things where they ask you, or they tell you he's been life-flighted, and your like heart just stops. So
I saw the look on her face, and there's just, you know, when you know someone, you just know by the tone of their voice that something's really wrong. And I took the phone from her and talked to the guy, and he said that, you know, there'd been an accident. I asked him if he was going to live, and at that point in time, they didn't know.
Well, after the accident, I was in a coma for a month and a half. During that time period, I was unresponsive. I actually coded and flatlined 13 times. I mean, there was very, very little chance that I was even going to live. And if I were to come out of the coma, they said I would be a quadriplegic, only having access to be able to move my head.
Almost everybody that goes through a spinal cord injury is told by their doctors, and for some good reason, that you're not going to have much recovery, or what recovery you see inside of a year is going to be it, maybe 2 years. That's a lot to take on with this new challenge in life, and the positive steps that we're seeing with recovery, with these types of interventions, gives people that hope, but it's real hope, and it's what they want. You know, everybody needs to learn how to be independent and live with the new hand that's dealt to them after their injuries, but it doesn't have to stop there.
When you first realize you're in this, you're a spinal cord patient, you kind of have to relearn almost everything you do. And after I've relearned all that, I got to a point where I'd mastered that stuff. I wanted to get stronger and more advanced, and just get everything you can back.
So NextStep is, we've always kind of prided ourselves on staying ahead of the game, following research as closely as possible. When we started 10 years ago, we were the only facility of our kind, and we still are the only facility of our kind that's dedicated to paralysis recovery, especially for spinal cord injuries. You know, our program is set up to be a little more aggressive than traditional programs. You know, we always start with their goals when they start here. Based on evaluations that we do and their goals, we come up with other goals that help fill in the gaps and help lead towards better recovery.
As far as my goals go, I mean, obviously, my #1 goal is to be completely independent. I'd like to be able to fully take care of myself, or at least as much as I can. Other than being fully independent, I'd like to get movement back in my fingers. I've been seeing movement and have made great strides in that in a short amount of time. Just being here, every time I get a little bit more movement in those fingers, I'm getting excited, I'm getting motivated. I'm going to want to keep doing what I'm doing to fully get movement back.
Changes in Tannen since he started at NextSteps. He's seen improved hand movement in his right hand that he didn't have at all, where he can completely open it. He can close his left hand, which he couldn't do at all. He had no movement in his left hand. His overall attitude and outlook seems to be improved. We know he's getting more exercise than he was. And for his body, it's just awesome to watch them have him on a treadmill or a weight sled and see them using his leg muscles. And you know, I think for him, it gives him hope of who knows what is going to be available 10 years down the road.
You know, we see a lot of people, it's a devastating turn to their life that they didn't expect. But when they come in here, they see other people dealing with what they've dealt with, and they feel like they really got a good workout. They challenge their body, they're seeing results. They get this positive attitude starts to creep in on them, and we see it time and time again. You know, just like anybody, when you work out, you tend to feel better, you get those endorphins going, you feel good about yourself, and they feel like they're actually working towards a goal that means something to them.
It's just more, you know, I'm here to work out, I want to be here, and I want to get stronger, and the team here wants to help me do that, and they're all here helping me, they know who I am, and it's more of a special kind of experience.
It's a different type of rehab than any rehab he had had before. For Tannen, it gives him hope, it gives him people who are championing his recovery, and yeah, it's a blessing.